Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD StarCraft, and it's time for the third round of 8 here from the Heart of the Swarm tournament. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game so far. It has been my absolute pleasure to cast these for you all. You know, there's been a lot of things going on too, man. I've been playing Guild Wars 2. I've been eagerly waiting the release of Heart of the Swarm, the actual beta, not the actual release, I guess. But I do have a beta key, or so I'm told. So when Heart of the Swarm actually goes live, I'll be bringing you guys YouTube casts just like I've always been. And I hope you guys enjoy, man. But so far, this has been a great preview, an absolute beautiful glimpse into HOTS and what it might look like when the game goes live. And I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. Anyways, let me do the introductions real quick. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player, and his name is Adolf. So he is not going to be, not the actual name of his account right now. It's called Imba, but, you know, whatever. His name is Adolf. He'll be the blue Terran. And he, I believe, is from Russia. In fact, I believe both these players are from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, the winner of this game is going to go on to join the likes of the last two players waiting in the semifinals of this tournament. And this is for $500. So, very excited to see who goes on. And let me go ahead and introduce the top left-hand player. It is another Terran, meaning we are going to have a mirror matchup here, and his name is Alex. So might I also add, that is a great name. That is a terrific name for StarCraft 2. And I guess Alex and Adolf here, not too creative with their StarCraft 2 names overall, but you know what? Simplicity is never a bad idea, and I'm assuming that, you know, that's their actual names, their real names in real life. But yeah, this should be pretty cool to see who wins here, because like I said, this is a $500 tournament. You win here in this best of 3 and you go on to the semifinals. And I don't want to say who's in it so far because I don't want to spoil it. I do that a lot of times in tournament casting. But I will say, go check it out if you haven't already, and you will find out all you need to know. And that SCD, oh, just barely, almost could have gotten away, but not quite. Getting a little bit too greedy at that wall right there, and the Marine popped out and was able to kill it. Now, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here in this cast because, you know, I've been able to cast a Terran versus Protoss, I've been able to cast a Zerg versus Protoss, and I've been able to cast a Terran versus Zerg. I almost forgot what the last matchup was, but I've casted all the non-mirrors already, and I haven't really been able to get a glimpse as to how a pro gamer would handle a situation where they have to play one of these mirror matchups, and it'll be really cool to see. And I'm thinking here in HOTS, you know, TVT, you get all these, as a Terran player in general, you get all these mech options, and we do have a second factory coming down right now for Adolf, by the way. But, you know, you get all these new mech toys to play with. Why not, you know, continue down a very predominant strategy already from Wings of Liberty? Mech is very, very good in TVT. And, you know, with Warhounds, Widowmines, and Battle Hellions, I don't see it getting any worse. So, you know, if you guys ask for my opinion, I would think that we're going to see both these players here go down a heavy factory-based playstyle. And right now, it looks like Alex is going to go for a command center after Barracks Factory, so he is going to go for the expand, whereas his opponent, Adolf, has gone for double fact and is producing Warhounds on that production tab. So, yeah, it looks like, you know, so far, all things for the red Terran here, very conventional, nothing too out of the ordinary. In fact, he is getting siege mode research for siege tanks. So he's probably going to play pretty conventional style here. I wonder if he's going to adopt bio or if he's going to get more of a mech-based play out. But it looks like Adolf here is going to go for 3 factories. Whoa. Whoa, now this is really cool. Is he going to go for a command center, or is he going to go for a one base all-in? And I don't think you can afford to get a command center down if you have 3 factories out on the field. You know, if you're double producing Warhounds and you're using that 3rd factory for Battle Hellion production, you know, good luck trying to afford 400 minerals for a command center. Oh, this is crazy. And the comm stat is going to come down here for Alex, and he's going to see 3 factories, all these Warhounds coming out as well, and man, he's got to be wondering right now what the heck is going on. This is intriguing. Now, of course, this is Heart of the Swarm, and everything is new. You know, nothing goes by the book anymore. This is just like watching a match from the beta of Wings of Liberty back in the days. People were using all types of crazy strategies, store drops, you know, neural parasiting, you know, SCVs and building command centers, whatever you want to do. But, you know, Alex says, I'm just going to build a second bunker at the front door, and I've got siege mode ready, so I should be able to hold this off. And now SCV's being pulled off the line as well. I do believe Imba's going for a one base all in, and now Alex is going to come in with the confirmed scout. And what he's looking for here is to see, is there a command center down? And there isn't. So now he knows all he needs to know, and of course the Warhound's attacking to the front door, but so many siege tanks and so much biological inside the bunkers that the Warhound's just melted. And you know, traditionally Warhound's pretty good unit against siege tanks. I'm not gonna lie, man, they are pretty damn good against tanks. As soon as a Warhound meets a tank, it does 23 plus 30 damage. That's 53 damage from the Haywire ability combined with its auto attack. That's like an immortal shot to a tank, so it's no joke. But Alex diagnosed the issue. He's going to get another Warhound kill, very nice. But he diagnosed the issue appropriately, and he made bunkers with Marines and tanks, and Biomech is a perfect counter to a Warhound push. And, you know, Adolf's still not giving up here, man. Or perhaps he's not throwing down a CC because it's blocked, but he is going to try to run up, and that Battle Hellion. Oh, the poor flag bearer gets shot by like 4 tanks at the same time. And I think that pretty much destroyed the morale of Adolf's attack force. Now Adolf is going to head home, so not a good start for the Blue Terran Adolf. And he needs to actually get a CC down right now. Otherwise, he risks further falling behind in economy to his opponent Terran. And maybe, you know, double expanding, not a bad idea. When most matchups, when you're behind like that and you haven't built a CC, your opponent's already mining gases out of it, out of his own natural, and you haven't even finished building yours yet, it's not a bad idea to double expand. And I wonder if Adolf is going to do that. Is that a... No, that's a starport. Ah, interesting. So I wonder if... Now, he's not getting medevacs or bio. That doesn't make any sense. I wonder if he's going to go Banshees to deal with the tanks, or he's going medevacs. Ah, okay. So he's getting a medevac right now on that production tab, and now that kind of makes sense. He might try to drop... I think he's going to drop Warhounds into the opponent base, and, you know, not a bad idea at all. Warhounds can be a pretty good... We'll just have to see. I don't know. I can't say anything otherwise because I haven't seen it before, but we'll have to see. But Alex has gone. The Red Terran has gone for the right response here. He knows he's ahead, so why not get further ahead and build a third command center? And right now he's at 42 workers over 34. So he is sitting real pretty right now. He's got so much economy. He's keeping that one base advantage over his opponent. And unless Adolf does serious damage with the drop, he is going to load up Warhounds. This could be problematic, man. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. That's the thing. Adolf might do a bunch of damage with these Warhounds, or he might just completely whiff. Now, the thing, though, is space construction vehicles, SCVs, are considered biological and mechanical. So the Warhound's Haywire ability will actually hit the SCV for the additional damage, and that makes it very interesting. It could actually mean Warhound dropping is a significant way of harassing an enemy player. We'll just have to see, man. But here comes that Warhound, and at the same time, it looks like Adolf is pushing out across the map with the rest of his Warhounds. Gonna look to maybe contain the third, but he's gonna drop the Warhounds, and the Warhounds immediately launching Haywires and taking out so many SCVs. 10 workers killed already? Are you kidding me? That was so effective. And these Warhounds each have like 3 to 4 kills. And now Adolf can just pull away, man. He doesn't need to stick around. Yeah, he's going to just pull out of there. And there is no anti-air to deal with the medevac. Very nice play by Adolf. And that alone might have just got him back in this game. At the same time, Alex might have an extra command center, but if he's not going to be able to mine out of it, and it's just staying afloat in the air, it's pretty much just a heavy dead weight. It doesn't do anything at all. And Alex is going to have to fly that away. Now, it looks like he's also sending some tanks down, and at the same time, he's losing so many workers. Adolf comes in with the harass again, and these Warhounds are just ripping through the SCVs. At the same time, Warhounds demolishing Battle Hellions and tanks on the other side. And oh my goodness, those 4 Warhounds just killed like 4 Battle Hellions and 2 siege tanks on their own. And it looks like finally the Warhounds got cleaned up back inside the main, but not before 25 SCVs fell this game. And now Adolf is leading the SCV count at 47 over 33. And that command center still can't land down. Oh man, this is just a good classic case of, you know, sticking with mobility over the highly immobile siege tanks. And he's still dropping inside the main base. Those Warhounds never died. And these Warhounds now going up to 9 kills, just shredding the mules apart. Marines coming in one at a time. You know, Bio seems to be the right answer to Warhounds, but not that small amount of Marines. And now tanks and battle hounds all gonna die as well. Maybe they won't die, but damn, those Warhounds so cost effective. And another drop going on inside the main base. I think those Warhounds just killed off the mules that were running away. And now they're going to be able to pick off the factories. No, they're going to go after that tank. That tank is stuck. The tank is stuck. Warhound's going after the wrong tank. And now it looks like Adolf finally pulls away. And look at the HP on those 3 Warhounds inside, man. They are so weak. Man, if that medevac driver just sneezed inside the cockpit, all 3 Warhounds would just die from pneumonia. And now, uh-oh, it looks like a Viking is coming out across the field. So I think Adolf's probably going to want to unload these Warhounds. Doesn't want to lose them. And the precious cargo is unloaded away. The medevac might die, but it's okay if the Warhounds stay alive. But, I mean, overall, guys, I think Alex has fallen behind in this game. He took so much SCV damage. He's not really mining off the 3rd base, and now I think Alex has just thrown up his hands in disgust, and he's saying, ugh, I'm not even going to bother defending anymore. I'm just going to go for an all-out attack, and I have all these tanks and battle hellions. I think I should be able to win. And, you know, he's got a good case in point, man. He's got like 10 siege tanks here. And, wow, this is a lot of firepower. And now the tanks are sieging up. Adolf's going to have to pull away, and Adolf is dropped once again behind the 3rd orbital, and oh, this is so smart, guys, because if Adolf can continue harassing the SCV lines of his opponent, and Adolf stays on 3 bases, eventually he'll be able to muster up a big enough army to be able to take out the siege tanks at the front of his base. This is brilliant, and he doesn't have to engage now. He can just stay back and wait and continue to harass the economy lines, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's dropping the natural now. And really, there's nothing Alex can do. He's just, his only hope is pinned on all of his forces setting up this contain outside of his opponent's base, and he still hasn't killed off these Warhounds yet. Oh my god, they just don't die. Wow. Unbelievable. And now Alex has got to hit one of these bases. The longer he delays, the further behind he falls. And I think Adolf is just going to go in, guys. He's got a medevac loaded with units as well. I think he's going to try to drop Warhounds on the tanks, and the Warhounds immediately unleashing a barrage of haywire. And all those missiles and shots taking out the siege tank contain. And Adolf's supply count plummets to 38. Alex's supply count plummets to 38, now at 14 under 69 workers. You know, the Blue Terran is saturated on 3 bases, and Alex is barely saturated on 1. I think it's safe to conclude at this point that this game is pretty much over, and there really isn't much that Alex can do. But you know, a great style, great decision making by Adolf to get back in this game. The Blue Terran was behind a base. He started off this game with a 1-base strategy that did not work. It got shut down very quickly, but then he took to the skies and started using mobility to his advantage, and he knew that if my opponent goes siege tanks, he's very immobile, he's very slow, he has to set up and siege, I can just drop Warhounds all over the place, and I can win the game with that. And he executed it brilliantly, and you know, there's something to be said about Warhounds and their ability to really kill off SCVs, man. I would almost dare say, there's a drop going on in the main right now, by the way, but you know, this game's over. But I would almost dare say that Warhounds might be a better unit for harassing workers. Not drones, just SCVs, and I think probes would count as well. Better unit for harassing Terran and Protoss than Hellions are, because well, I mean, Hellions are pretty damn good at killing off workers, but Warhounds, man, they just showed how quickly they can take out a mineral field of workers. And like I said before, obviously it won't work against Zerg, but that was such a well-thought strategy, man. He knew that the Warhound's Haywire would hit the SCVs, and he did so much damage, and he got right back in this game. That was great, and we're going to have to go to see what happens in Game 2, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 of Adolf and Alex coming up next.